Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My brothers and sisters in faith, may Allah the All-Merciful envelop you in His peace, His light, and His infinite guidance on this blessed day. Tonight, I have a very special message for you. You who are Allah's chosen ones, those He has lovingly chosen and prepared for a unique mission in this world. If you hear these words, know that you are on the threshold of a profound change, a transformation that will revolutionize your lives in unimaginable ways. Perhaps you have gone through trials, moments of doubt, of loneliness, where you felt that nothing was changing, that your efforts seemed in vain. But this message is here to remind you that all of this was only a necessary step, a secret passage that only the chosen ones know. You are ready. Allah has prepared you, invisibly, in silence, in patience, in endurance. Tonight, don't let this message come across as just a speech. Listen to it with your heart, meditate on it deeply. For it is a divine call that will resonate within you long after this video ends. This message is a promise, a light in the darkness, a breath of hope that says to you, the best is yet to come. Remember the words of the Prophet Muhammad. Indeed, Allah does not look at your bodies or your appearances, but He looks at your hearts and your actions. Sahih Muslim. This means that true wealth, true election comes from the purity of your heart and your sincerity. It is not wealth or power that designates you as chosen, but your deep relationship with Allah, your faith, and your patience. So prepare to receive this message from Allah tonight. Open your heart, pay attention, for what you are about to hear could well change the course of your destiny. The path you have taken, despite its difficulties, is the one that leads to the greatest blessings. Stay with me until the end of this video, as I will guide you step by step through understanding what it means to be a chosen one, how Allah has prepared you, and what this message will trigger in your life. May Allah bless you and give you the strength to listen with sincerity. Let us understand together what it truly means to be one of Allah's chosen ones. In our faith, being chosen is not reduced to a human notion of a favoritism or privilege. It is a divine designation, a profound spiritual choice based on sincere faith, total submission to Allah, and the ability to bring His light into this world. Allah says in the Holy Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah 2:2, this is the book about which there is no doubt, a guide for the righteous. This guide is intended for those who have a pure heart and a soul ready to receive the truth. It is these hearts, these chosen souls, that God has prepared to accomplish His will. Allah's chosen ones are those who, despite trials, maintain their faith intact. They are characterized by patience, sabr, sincerity, ikhlas, and perseverance, istiqamah. They are like stars in the night, shining in the darkness, illuminating the path of others. Let us look at the example of the prophets and messengers, peace be upon them, who are the first chosen ones par excellence. They were chosen not for their material power, but for their pure hearts, their devotion, and their role as guides for humanity. Allah says in Surah Al-Anbiya 21:7, we have not sent before you except men to whom we have revealed things. These men were elected for their mission, to transmit the divine word and guide the people. In this time, even if we are not prophets, each of us can be one of Allah's chosen ones in our way of living, in our way of believing, and in acting according to God's commandments. To be one of those whom God has chosen to be living examples of His wisdom, justice, and mercy. Divine election should not be confused with arrogance or pride.
On the contrary, it is a heavy responsibility, a sacred burden. It is the path of the humble servant who always seeks to draw closer to his Creator. Allah says in the Quran, Surah Al-Furqan 25:63, "The servants of the Most Merciful are those who walk humbly on earth, and when the ignorant address them, they say, peace." These humble servants are the true chosen ones, for their strength lies in their gentleness, patience, and trust in Allah. So, my brothers and sisters, if you feel concerned by this call, know that you are among those chosen by God for a great purpose. This is not by chance. It is a divine election, an invitation to fulfill an important role in this world. In the rest of this video, we will see how Allah has secretly prepared you for this mission, how He has purified your heart through trials, and above all, what message He has for you tonight to change your life. Know that divine election does not mean an easy path or one without trials. On the contrary, Allah chooses His chosen ones to undergo a secret preparation, a school of patience, purification, and inner strengthening. It is often in silence and solitude that this preparation takes place, far from the gaze and judgment of others. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Patience is a light." Sahih Muslim. Patience in the face of hardship, injustice, and times of trial is a clear sign that one is on the path to divine election. Allah tests those He loves, for it is through these trials that faith is purified and strengthened. The chosen ones are those who, despite pain, doubts, and inner struggles, do not give up. They hold their heads high, even when the world seems to be turning against them. Allah says in the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, 155 to 157, "We will certainly test you with a little fear, hunger, and loss of wealth, lives, and fruits, and give good news to the patient who, when a calamity befalls them, say, 'Truly we belong to Allah, and to Him we shall return.' Such are the ones on whom blessings and mercy have been bestowed from their Lord, and such are the rightly guided." This period of preparation may seem long and difficult, but it is necessary. It allows the heart to be purified of unnecessary attachment, to undo toxic bonds, and to elevate the soul to a purity that attracts divine proximity. We must not forget that the devil seeks to discourage, to sow doubt and resentment. But it is precisely in these moments that the faith of the chosen ones shines brightest. Their inner strength grows. They learn to place their affairs in the hands of Allah with trust and humility. The Prophet also reminds us, "The most tested are the prophets, then the best of them, then the best of them." Tirmidhi. This truth should encourage us to see trials not as punishment, but as divine preparation. This inner purification is also manifest in the transformation of behavior. The chosen one becomes more patient, more just, more humble. He learns to forgive, not to respond to evil with evil, and to keep peace in his heart. So, if you are facing difficulties today, do not lose hope. Know that these trials are part of the secret of your election. They are preparing your heart for the powerful message that Allah has for you tonight. In the next step, we will discover together this message, this divine promise, which will change your life and open the doors you have been waiting for. My dear brothers and sisters, now that we have understood the reality of divine election and the secret preparation that the chosen ones go through, it is time to delve into the very heart of what you need to hear tonight. The message of Allah, a clear and powerful promise of transformation. This message is not just a speech, it is a sacred word, a light that touches your soul and dispels the darkness that may have surrounded you until now. Allah, in His infinite mercy, speaks to you through this video, through these words, to remind you that the time of the great opening has arrived. In the Quran, Allah says,
And whoever fears Allah, He will make a way out for him and bestow on him His gifts from ways he cannot imagine. Surah At-Talaq 65:2-3. This verse is a clear invitation. The fear of Allah, the sincere awareness of His presence, opens invisible doors, opportunities you cannot imagine. Allah's message to you tonight is simple yet profound. You are about to see your life change. All the doors that seemed closed, all the blocked path, all the invisible obstacles that held you back, are about to open. But for this to happen, you must be ready, be vigilant, and respond with faith. This announced transformation does not only concern the material world, money, success, comfort. It also affects your spiritual dimension, your inner peace, your human relationships. You will grow in wisdom, patience, confidence, and you will become a living example of the greatness of faith. The chosen ones are not only blessed, they also become agents of change, bearers of light for those around them. Allah says in the Quran, "You are the best nation that has been raised up for mankind. You enjoin what is right and forbid what is wrong and believe in Allah." Surah Al-Imran 3:1-10. This responsibility is a heavy burden, but also a source of joy and accomplishment. Through this message, Allah encourages you not to fear the unknown, not to doubt His promise. For every trial, every challenge, every moment of waiting has a specific purpose. Everything is being prepared to lead you to your glorious destiny. Now ask yourself this question. Are you ready to embrace this change? Are you ready to leave behind old limitations and embrace what God has prepared for you? This message is an invitation to cross that threshold, to step out of the shadows into the light. In the next steps, we will see how to recognize the signs of this opening, and above all, what you must do to fully respond to this divine promise. Stay open, my brothers and sisters, for this message is a blessing. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Now that Allah's message has been sent to you, it is time to prepare yourself to recognize the signs of this divine opening in your life. The elect, those whom God has chosen, are not left to their own devices in the face of the coming changes. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, guides you through subtle signs, constant reminders that appear when the time has come for you to take a new step. These signs may be silent, almost imperceptible to those who do not seek with their hearts, but for you, they must become a source of strength and hope. You may begin to feel an inner peace you've never known before, a renewed confidence that sweeps away doubts and fears. Perhaps you see opportunities that seemed unattainable opening up before you. Perhaps you hear words of advice, invitations to move forward toward what you've long awaited. Sometimes these signs take the form of deep intuition or spiritual guidance during your prayers and meditations. Other times, it's through people who cross your path, events that miraculously unfold. All of this is part of Allah's plan, a perfect plan that leads you step by step toward your destiny. What is essential is to learn to recognize these signs and not ignore them. In the history of the prophets, we see that each time God opened a door, He prepared His chosen ones to pass through it with clear signs, revelations, or encouragements invisible to others. Today, it is your turn to perceive these indicators in your own life. They may manifest in your heart opening to greater wisdom, in your patience growing despite difficulties, or in unexpected responses to your supplications. But receiving these signs is not enough. You must also act with faith and determination. This is not just about passively waiting for everything to change, but about taking the lead with courage, knowing that you are supported by the power of Allah. This active trust will give you the strength to face obstacles, overcome fears, and seize opportunities that arise. The path of the chosen is a path of service and commitment, where every action counts and every step
brings you closer to your divine purpose. Often, this process is accompanied by a profound inner shift. You'll notice your worldview evolving, your priorities shifting, and you beginning to live with more meaning and authenticity. This change isn't always easy, as it requires letting go of what's holding you back, whether it's habits, toxic relationships, or negative thoughts. But it's precisely this detachment that allows Allah to elevate you to a new spiritual and material dimension. This is why it is crucial to stay connected to Allah through prayer, reading the Quran, and sincere meditation. These moments of communion with your Creator are sources of strength and clarity. They will help you stay on the straight path, listen to the signs, and respond with faith. Never forget that true faith is that which acts, which moves forward even in uncertainty, fully relying on Allah's promise. So, dear ones, when you begin to see these signs and feel this transformation, welcome them with gratitude and humility. Be prepared to walk into the unknown with confidence, for Allah will never abandon you. He is your support, your refuge, and your guide in every step. This phase is crucial, as it sets the stage for the fulfillment of the promised blessings. Always remember that the opening you are waiting for is near, and that your efforts, patience, and faith will not be in vain. Allah always acts at the perfect time, even if that time differs from what you had imagined. What matters is to remain steadfast, listen to this message, and move forward with conviction, because you are truly ready to receive what God has prepared for you. At this point, my brothers and sisters, it is important to understand that this opening you are waiting for will not come without your total commitment. Allah only showers His blessings and opens His doors to those who are ready to seize these opportunities with a pure heart, a firm will, and a resolute mind. Being chosen also means being responsible, and this responsibility is a call to continually surpass oneself, to grow, and to evolve. It is not simply about receiving, it is also about giving, sharing, and investing in the good around oneself. Your spiritual and material success depends on your ability to remain consistent in your acts of worship and maintain a sincere connection with Allah. Prayer, reciting the Quran, reflecting on His verses, charity, and constantly reminding yourself of His greatness are essential keys to maintaining this strength and clarity in your steps. It is in this consistency that you will find the wisdom necessary to navigate the challenges that accompany any profound transformation. Don't be discouraged when difficulties arise. Sometimes these obstacles are themselves signs of a greater challenge, an inevitable step that strengthens your faith and purifies you. Allah says in the Quran that every difficulty is followed by ease. He never abandons you, even when you feel tired or lonely. This divine closeness is a reality for those who persevere with patience and trust. Furthermore, Allah calls you to have a humble and grateful heart. Gratitude is a fundamental pillar for receiving blessings. When you are grateful for what you already have, even in small things, you open the door to more blessings. It is not simply an attitude, but a state of mind that attracts divine mercy and unravels invisible blockages in your life. By being elected, you also become an example to your community. Your words, your actions, your choices reflect the light of Allah. You are called to embody patience, justice, kindness, and strength. This may seem like a heavy burden, but remember that this strength does not come from you alone. It comes from Allah, who supports you every step of the way. It's also important to surround yourself with the right people, those who uplift you and share your faith and values. Your entourage plays a crucial role in the success of your divine mission. Together, you create a circle of support that nourishes your soul and pushes you forward despite the storms. Finally, remember that every day is a new opportunity to move forward toward what God has planned for you. Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Every prayer, Every act of kindness, every sincere effort brings you closer to that long-awaited opening. Never lose sight of the fact that you are Allah's chosen ones, and that this choice is an honor and a responsibility. By fully accepting this role and remaining true to your faith, you will witness miracles and extraordinary changes that will transform your life in profound and lasting ways. My dear brothers and sisters, we now arrive at that crucial moment when all that you have heard, all that you have pondered, is taking shape in your reality. Allah's message tonight is a promise, a solemn invitation to seize the unique opportunity before you. You are ready, fully ready, to cross that threshold that separated your past from your radiant future. This inner preparation, unwavering faith, and perseverance have forged within you a strength that no one can match. Allah's chosen ones are not ordinary beings. They carry within them a spiritual power that transforms their lives and influences everything around them. Their faith is an armor, their patience a shield, and their trust in Allah an inexhaustible source of energy. You are about to experience a divine opening, a major turning point in your existence. Everything that has held you back until now will fall away. The invisible chains that have limited your growth will break. This opening is the entry into a new dimension where blessings flow endlessly, where paths unfold before you with ease and clarity. But this new stage also demands a response. Allah calls you not to remain passive, but to move forward with determination, to take the reins of your destiny. The Quran reminds us that those who place their trust in Allah find ways out where they previously saw none. This active trust will enable you to face the challenges ahead, seize opportunities with courage, and build a life full of meaning and success. Remember that the magnitude of your mission exceeds your own expectations. As the chosen ones, you are destined to be lights in this world, examples of faith and resilience. Every act of kindness, every righteous word, every sincere effort contributes to building the kingdom of peace and justice that God desires to see grow on earth. Brothers and sisters, do not let this message pass without action. Accept this divine invitation with all the love, faith, and determination you can muster. The future belongs to you. The future is in your hands, and Allah has already prepared you for this great leap. May Allah bless you, protect you, and make you honored and chosen ones in this world and the hereafter. Ameen.